Before there were banks, before there were bytes, there was a bridge. It did not stand over water, it crossed time. Empires walked across it. Nations were built upon it. That bridge was silver. From the moment humanity began to trade, we sought something universal, a truth every hand could hold. Silver answered. From Mesopotamia to Egypt, from Athens to Persia, its shine carried faith farther than armies ever could. Gold was for crowns, silver was for bridges. It moved between peoples, between classes, between worlds. The gods may favor gold, but men survive on silver. Rome's denarius was more than a coin. It was a common tongue, a promise that a baker in Gaul and a soldier in Syria spoke the same language of trust. When that silver began to fade, so did the Republic. Debasement turned truth into illusion, and the bridge began to crack. When money forgets its measure, the empire forgets its limits. The fall of Rome wasn't the end of silver. It was only the first time we learned how fragile bridges become when greed tolls the gate. Centuries later, a new empire rebuilt the bridge, with galleons instead of roads and treasure instead of stone. The Spanish mined mountains of it, Potosí, Zacatecas, Guanajuato, and poured rivers of silver into the sea. Across oceans, it sailed from the Americas to Europe, from Europe to the East. Chinese merchants accepted no gold, no notes, only silver. Spanish pesos became the first truly global currency. Every coin a passport, every trade route a silver bridge. It connected worlds that had never met, and for a brief, shimmering century, the planets spoke one metallic language. The bridge gleamed, and the world walked across. But every bridge faces weight it cannot bear. Too much silver, too fast. And the trust it carried began to strain. Empires inflated, markets buckled, paper promises multiplied like weeds, and soon the bridge was replaced with words. Credit, backing, faith. In 1873, America struck the final blow, the crime of 73. Silver demonetized, exiled, replaced by gold. The bridge of weight gave way to bridges of belief. The world learned to cross on promises instead of proof. When men abandoned silver, they abandoned settlement for story. Yet silver never left. It only changed forms. When the world turned to industry, silver flowed again, quietly. Through circuits, film, and light, it carried images across reels, electricity through wires, and purity through medicine. No longer the bridge between empires, now the bridge between eras. Silver became the unseen connection between energy, technology, and truth. The same current that once carried trade across oceans now carried data across machines. Today, its reflection stirs again. Governments print oceans of paper. Debt replaces labor. Digits stand where weight once stood. But in vaults and circuits alike, silver endures. Finite, essential, incorruptible. Its industrial demand grows as the grid expands. Solar, AI, communication, medicine. Every innovation whispering the same truth. Connection demands conductivity. And silver, the most conductive of all metals, waits patiently, again, to rebuild the bridge between what is real and what is remembered. Yet despite all this, silver remains priced like scrap. It powers satellites, circuits, and solar fields, yet trades for less than a dinner out. The world calls it a commodity, but treats it like an afterthought. That is the paradox and the opportunity. But perhaps the next bridge will not be mined at all. Perhaps it will be coded, A network of light instead of metal, built to carry value across borders as silver once did. A bridge without ships, a settlement without borders, a ledger without lies. Some call it the XRP ledger, not a coin for kings, but a conduit for flow. It hums, invisible yet immutable. A conductor, not of electrons, but of trust. Every age builds its own silver. This one simply shines in code. In every era, silver has done the same thing. It connects, whether in trade routes or transistors, markets or mainframes. Its value was never in stillness, but in motion. That is why it endures, because silver, unlike promises, moves. It bridges what men divide. It links what time forgets. And yet, in this new age of illusion, where paper claims outnumber ounces 100-fold and digital wealth is conjured at will, silver remains tethered to reality. It is mined at great cost, consumed by every industry, and vanishing faster than it can be replaced. Its price tells one story, its scarcity tells another. The mirror shows imbalance, when what is rare is treated as common. For all its silence, silver may be the loudest secret left, the most essential, most consumed, and least respected asset on Earth. Listen carefully. The mirror is not metal nor code. It is the reflection of value itself, the bridge between faith and fact. When the world's ledgers fracture and trust collapses under its own weight, the bridge will reappear, as it always does, perhaps in metal, perhaps in motion, perhaps in both. The first key revealed the rails. The second reveals the bridge. A bridge older than banks, stronger than gold, and soon reborn in digital light. Look across it and ask yourself what truly connects this world.